This is it. What up, y'all? I'm Nick, and that's Betty. And welcome to Betty and Friends, a channel dedicated to the community and culture of the Volkswagen bus family, specifically split windows, bay windows, Vanagons. Each episode, we will meet a bus owner, we will do an interview, we will take a tour. Like I said, I'm Nick. A little bit about myself. Well, who gives a shit? Let's talk about Betty. Betty is a 1975 Volkswagen bus, Westphalia bus, Type 2 camper van. I got Betty in October of 2011. That August earlier, me and a best friend had road tripped out to Burning Man. It was an amazing road trip. Came back, wanted a camper van. Looked around. I worked with a girl, shout out Rachel Abel, and she knew a family, the Schultz family. They had a 1979, got on eBay, and the rest is history. Like I said, a 75. It is, if you've made it to this point, you've seen that we have done the conversion. And I know haters are gonna hate. I've kept old Betty motor and I plan on resurrecting it again. But this is where we are. It's an EJ 2.5 Subaru from a 2005 Forester engine. I bought the conversion kit from Van Cafe. Phenomenal people with a phenomenal design. And she runs like the morning sun. Pretty standard garage. I put 4-inch memory foam padding in the back. I keep a workbench back here that slides out, that hangs from these hitches so you can work on here. The back garage from Go Westy, swing arm accessories. It really is handy. Container, water, fuel, spare tire, back rig. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a sometimes it's a pain to open and close, but it's very worth it. Betty makes me look way smarter than I am. My entire design is basically off of a really good friend of mine, Ryan Schultz, and I just kind of followed a build that he did with his Vanagon. So I'll walk you through. Everything in here is still pretty stock. It's obviously a mid-70s, so the cabinets were up front. It's all been upgraded. We have two 100-watt solar panels. We have a max fan up top. There's a shower tube on the side I'll show you in a bit. Shout out this dude. If you haven't read it, it's an amazing book. Dude's like a philosopher. 2-burner stove. Calendar to keep things sane. Trucker fridge runs on 12-volt. Solar panel runs into converter, battery, house battery, car battery, ECU, you never know. Sink that's incredibly functional. It was originally a pop top, and I found the high top on Marketplace, and being able to stand up in here with the top hat makes all the difference in the world. All this storage, which I did not have before, which I do now. Also too, I knit. Who knew? So if you want to check out the Etsy, my knit and knits. Yeah, man, inverter, sky's the limit. All this space, you can still sleep up here. This desktop I had in my old house before I got more serious about this. Betty has been the greatest random thing that I have ever decided to do, and it has been quite an experience. Nothing so different up here. It's kind of like a space shuttle. I will say I work with a guy, and he painted a 9-planet universe. Orbitally correct, John Klein. He did an amazing job. It is pretty wild driving out there and seeing this as your headliner. One upgrade down the way, I want to drill in a bunch of little holes, and you can put fiber optics in it and make it, you know, what have you. But this is it, man. This is the mission, the goal, the purpose. I've learned a lot about myself from this bus, and I think any bus owner would understand that and can appreciate that. I look forward to meeting as many bus owners as possible. The first episode will not be like the 100th, and the 100th won't be like this. I'm new to this. I'm fairly awkward with cameras, but the deed must be done. Yeah. I think with all of that, this gives it a pretty good layout. It's comfortable, 4-inch memory foam. It is home. It's everything I need. It's everything I want. With that, if you've made it this far in the video, I'm going to take a second. If you've made it this far, if you want to end it, you can end it. But I got a few people that I need to thank. Betty has been a very collective mission. Like I said, it makes me look way smarter than I am. In many ways, I'm not worthy of it, but here we are. I want to thank Rachel Abel. She led me to this. Ryan and his entire family, the Schultz family, they have many hours. Ryan, John Klein, Diver Dave and Sandy Pratt, Mom and Dad, Veronica Van, Tom Janislawski, Steve Herzog, the Lyle family, Diego, Butters, and of course, Mo. Rob, Rich, Power Moves Yoga, Seegers Automotive, Colin Henry. He did some suspension work, and his interview's coming up after this one. An incredibly talented mechanic. Dale Clark, you know it, Dale. YouTube channel shout-outs to Iron Wolf and Burpee King. This was a lot longer than those time lapses would lead you to believe, and I have seen a lot of myself, and I'm actually grateful for Betty. It has taught me things that I wouldn't have learned otherwise. I mean, I understand that it's extremely first world suffering, but when you are working hard towards something and you work hard and you feel like 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 2 steps forward, 15 steps back, but you just keep going, there is lessons in suffering and struggle. The last person I want to thank, and most importantly, in 2019, I effed up and I accidentally cut the artery. I don't know, you can't see it, I don't think, but I cut the artery in my right hand. And an absolutely incredible human being, Dr. Tiffany Cato, the hand surgeon who saved my hand. I can't think of anyone more that I would thank more than that person. She is truly my superhero, Dr. Cato. Every episode, I want to end each one with the same message and same mission. If you are struggling and you are going through a tough time, and I'm talking about suicide awareness, I get it. Bend but don't break. I want to bring awareness to the Crazy Horse Monument in the Dakotas. I want to see that done. I think more people should know about it. If you go out, tip more. 5, 10, 20. The Wounded Warrior Project, never forgotten. My father served and I have a lot of friends. I did not, so I'm not going to pretend to. That is something I will never know or understand, but for those who have, homage, honor, and respect. I have a couple dogs. You'll see them at some point. You saw Autumn in the time lapse. I'm sure you've seen them in there anyways. I'm calling it the Autumn Foundation. Adopt, don't shop. If you have dogs, walk them. And I think there's one more in there. Dude, truckers, I see you. I respect you. We appreciate you. Yeah, I think that's it. So, this is what we do. This is what it is. Oh, and real quick before we go, if you enjoyed this episode, you got something from it, under no circumstances, do not like or subscribe to this channel. Just don't do it.